Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I just want to do this quick video regarding how I balance my life with work and still being able to go outside. I just want this to be quick and not too much, but I think people kind of try to figure it out, like how I'm able to do what I do. Um, First of all, let me give you a little background about me and my work schedule. Like, I work Monday through Friday, 2 jobs. One job is from 6 to 2, and the other one is from 3 to 11. Okay? Like, I only really have like 4 hours of sleep. 4.5 or 4 hours of sleep. It's not a lot, but I'm able to maintain it and do it. The biggest thing is just like planning for real. I plan a lot when it comes to my schedule and how I'm able to balance. The first thing I do is just try to, in the beginning of the week, try to figure out what I'm gonna eat. Like, you gotta really, 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 really figure out what you're gonna eat, because the people be hungry. The people be hungry. So what I do is instead of me going to the grocery store, I definitely order online. I use Instacart. So the great thing about Instacart is that you save time, you save gas, and like it's just very easy. Like, you know how you go to the store and you try to figure out, oh, what am I gonna do? Like, online, you can really figure that out online. I utilize my time, my free time that I have. Sometimes it's in the evening, like on the job, or just any free time at all to order my food. That's before Friday. I order my groceries for the week. I start prepping throughout the week, like I add something to my cart, which is why I say it saves you time and energy by going to the store. I go throughout the week. By Friday, I have my schedule. Most time my schedule be done, and I order on Friday nights to get to my house on Saturday morning. And I order my food on Instacart. But the greatest thing about it is not the craziest, but the greatest thing about it is that if you order on the websites like a Giant or Safeway or Aldi's, in their direct website, it's cheaper. But if you order on Instacart, it might be a little more fees, like a little bit more dollars. If you ever notice, I'm not sure if you all in your area have a Giant or Safeway or Aldi's, but that's what our grocery stores here in this area in the DMV. That means DC, Maryland, and Virginia. I'm a Marylander right now. We have those stores, and we have other ones too, but those are the mains, you know. These are I like going to the grocery store sometimes, but now that I work multiple days, like Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, it's just easier for me to do that. You save so much money, so much gas, so much time, while you could be at home doing your laundry, catching up on cleaning up on a Saturday morning. I order all my groceries on Friday night. By Saturday morning, it's delivered to me on every other Saturday. What I do is I clean up my house. I'm a party of one. I don't have no kids. I don't have no husband. But not to say your girl don't want a husband or no kids. But right now, that's not what I want. No, that's not what I have. Not what I want, but that's not what I have right now. So I'm utilizing the time to make more money. That's the first thing, because ordering, you're gonna be hungry, so you gotta make sure you meal prep. I meal prep on Sundays, so my groceries come on Saturday morning or evening if I'm at home, and my groceries come then. And then on Sundays, I meal prep the food that I ordered that was dropped off to me on Saturday on Sunday. And then the way I figured it out, I was like, oh, my meal plans are not always the healthiest. Most times it is, but I just cook what I like. I don't fry a lot of foods. I don't eat a lot of breaded foods. I don't eat a lot of bread. But I just figure out what works for me so I can make sure that my tummy, my belly is full. The second thing that I do when it comes to clothes, like for the week, so my first job, I got to make sure I have something to wear. My second job, I want a uniform, so that's easy to find. Easy peasy, easy peasy to do. My first job, in order to make it easier for me, I have the two mains. I have a blazer and some, what do they call? Loafers. So you can have on any little thing, any little raggedy daggedy thing, but if you add a loafer and a blazer, you're a professional. You're a professional. You can have on sweatpants and some loafers and a blazer. That blazer and the loafers make it professional, that outfit. So those are my main, like a meal, like you have your protein, your vegetable, and your carb, like the jacket, which is my I guess you call it a jacket. My jacket, which is my blazer, and my loafers are my carb and my meat, my protein for the week. So I'm Monday through Friday with whatever I choose. It's not always dressed up, but I tell you, if you have a blazer and a some loafers, you can dress anything up. Anything. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. I work for a real professional office, real professional in the daytime, and it works. It works. The evening, again, I wear my uniform, which is also a blazer. So, and it got your little regular uniform or whatever. Sleep, that come a dime a dozen again. Some people just don't fall asleep very often, like quickly. I get home around 11:30 every night. 11:30 every night. Your girl be tired boots trying to get to sleep, but I can fall asleep, but sometimes I take melatonin, the 4 gummies. They're calm. They're called calm gummies, and I'll take those during the nighttime, and I kind of fall asleep, but that's only if I can't fall asleep. But most times I can, but I just do that just to take my body down a little bit so I could just zen out. The other thing, again, with the going outside part, I utilize my calendar. Your calendar is very, very important. Before this whole 2-job, 8-hour, both shifts, both jobs, I didn't really use my calendar. Now I use my calendar a lot. So sometimes my friends call me at the last minute, and sometimes I'm just not available. But most time I plan my time a month in advance. And that just depends on how the schedule goes. Sometimes I don't have a lot of time for everyone or to squeeze everybody in. I think it's important that you, in the process of just having 2 jobs, you make sure that you continue those friendships and those family relationships. You can continue to nurture those. Sometimes I just schedule out, again, that is a month ahead of time. Sometimes it can be two weeks, depends. But my schedule be pretty booked because your girl, she only goes out on Saturday. I don't go out on Sundays. I choose Sundays to sleep, rest, and go to church online. I need my rest day just like Jesus did, and I'm going to follow that. But back to Saturday. On Saturday, I schedule my time. I go up with my friends. I think it's just very important to have balance. It is very, very, very important to have balance, because what are you working for? You work to, sometimes people work for different things, but often you just kind of need to nurture your friendships and relationships with your family and friends to make sure you keep up with them, make sure they're okay, and they keep up with you. And just keep people acquainted with what's really going on in your life. Because at the end of the day, after this job is said and done, you're going to still need everybody. So I suggest you nurture those So on Saturdays are my going out days. And again, the way I keep my time to a minimum is just really a calendar when it's time to go outside. We can go anywhere. I go on trips, family events, and friends events. But I utilize my calendar to make sure that my time is not overlapped. Making sure that I schedule in advance. And if I can say yes, I will. I really will say yes. Or no if I can't. But it's just if anything's on my calendar. Or I double book. Because like something happened in the morning or in the evening. But I make sure like, okay, I manage my time to ensure that I give everybody equal opportunity, equal time to hang out with me, or I hang out with them, or however it needs to be. Again, on Sundays, I utilize my time to meal prep, go to church, and just get my time, get my me time. Me working Monday through Friday is very tedious. Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, 80 hours a week is a lot. Now, everyone has their goal. Some people do it to pay off bills. Others do it just because they want to travel. And I won't do not mine because I want to travel. Also because I feel like sometimes family and friends need you. It is not said that I'm obligated to help them, but sometimes they just don't have it. And you can, depends on your pockets, not to say everybody. I utilize what I have to give to my family if they need it. You know, I'm all about family. If you have a goal that you want to reach, if you have like things that you want to do, a purse that you want to buy, whatever you choose, you know, with your extra money, but it can be done. If I'm working 5 days a week, 80 hours a week to hustle, then it can be done. Now, I say there are other things that other people do to make their life easier, but I tell you, these are things that I do to help me maintain my life. Sometimes I am exhausted, but I have adjusted to my schedule. I can say this. I'm not to say that you're not going to be tired. It is a hard thing to do, to work Monday through Friday, 80 hours a week, or just 80 hours a week, period. But it can be done. Like, it really can if you have a goal in mind. Sometimes it's challenging, but it can be done. But these are the things that I do to keep up with my daily life. Like today, I'm outside on a Saturday. I was with my friends earlier. We had brunch. It was a good time. We caught up on things that I really, really, really needed to talk about, and they need to talk about too. I'm at the mall. I just came out of the mall. Just came out, and I was trying to find a purse. But we started brunch at 11:45 a.m. this morning, and I still got time in the day to do other things, and I'll be outside again tonight or this evening, however you want to, call it. But if you have any comments on how that I can adjust my schedule, or any tips on how I can make my schedule better, because my journey is different from other people, but these are tips that I found that are good to help you like maintain that balance in your life. Like, some people think it can be done, some people think it's too much, but it is a lot, but it can be done. And another thing is, I don't have a man right now, so I can hustle all that I want. Not to say that I want get one, but right now I have the time to do so. I think that it's best to, while you have free time, do what you want to do what you can do. If you want to get an extra job and do traveling, or buy a purse if you want, because that's what you admire, that's what you want to do, do that. You don't have to stay at your job for that long. But I've been doing my job a year now, not a year and a half, and I wouldn't trade it, because I've been able to do things that I never thought I would be doing, or could do. Somebody told me you gotta do things that people want to do to have what other people won't have. So I suggest, you know, do your big one. The life that you want to live, because ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Again, this is Freddie. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for listening. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I just look forward to, speaking with you. Any questions that you have, let me know. Because you're my fave. My girls and my guys gonna be my fave for real. This is a channel that I feel like is true to me. This is a channel that I feel like I'm just gonna be me. There is no script. There is nothing that I'm trying to be but myself. So if you look for an authentic channel, stop by. Stay here. Subscribe. And I'll try to post as much as I can. Because I'm new to this. I ain't true to this yet. But I'm new to this. And I'm just trying to, make sure I get the people what they want. Again, happy Saturday. My loves.